Hi, I'm going to be talking to you today about dyslexia. And there are three areas of the brain that are affected by dyslexia. Dyslexia is known as a reading disorder described as having problems with reading, regardless of one's intelligence. The major factors of dyslexia is transposing letters and words, jumbling words with other ones, decoding words with their meanings, and reading comprehension. People with dyslexia often have difficulties with numbers as well. Dyslexia is constituted by a grave reading and spelling problem, considerable difficult assignment through written form of compelling distinction between oral and written achievements, between cognitive abilities, efforts, and performance at school. Dyslexia may be inherited through genetics or caused by environmental factors such as brain injuries, dementia, or stroke. Dyslexia is thought to have two types of causes. One is associated to language processing and the other is visual processing. Dyslexia is expressed as a cognitive disorder, not a problem with intelligence. The complication of a person suffering with dyslexia is within the language process area of the brain. The dyslexic brain interprets written words differently. They depend on the Broca's area in the left frontal lobe rather than occipital and temporal lobes close to the Wernicke's area in the back of the brain. For the capable or non-dyslexic reader, this area in the back left of the brain is unquestionably active during reading. Words are being recognized here at dashing speeds. However, the dyslexic brain is not accessing this area of the brain and is being rerouted to the cerebrum, which is not as effective in reading. So the brain is sending these words that are being interpreted differently to the areas of the brain where the information is processed slower and inefficiently. The areas that I mentioned take in the information we read and send them to areas to be processed and decoded with lightning speed. In the area of a dyslexic person, the information is jumbled and rerouted, and this makes the process slower and extremely difficult for the individual. And in turn, the person loses confidence and they feel less intelligent than everyone else. Now they have to work twice as hard for the person whose brain works more efficiently. There is no known cure for dyslexia. There is treatments such as letter-by-letter reading, single word spelling accuracy, reading latencies, and text reading to help a person with dyslexia organize the words and thoughts in their brain. Researchers have found that a person with dyslexia, when they read information, the words go from the occipital lobe to the Broca's area, to the Wernicke's area. Now, when a person reads, the words are already jumbled, the information's already confused. So they take the information in and it sends from the occipital lobe to the Wernicke's area to be decoded, but it's not supposed to go to the Wernicke's area to be decoded. It's supposed to go to the Broca's area to be decoded. So all the information and signals are being sent to the wrong areas to be decoded and processed. So this takes time and the signals get mixed up. So the person now that is reading the information, the words are jumbled, or they're recognizing their D's to be B's or whatever have you, and it's taking a longer time to process the information than a normal or a person that does not have dyslexia. So, as I said, the person feels inadequate in reading or inadequate in their work, and they see a person that does not have dyslexia finishing their homework or finishing a test and they're on page 3, as a person with dyslexia is still on the first page. So it's a problem with processing the information. It takes a longer time, and it takes the process of the brain to go back and forth to each of these areas to decode and understand what the person is intaking in the information, for them to finally process and understand and comprehend what they're taking in through their occipital lobe, through their eyes. And once the process is finally done, they get to understand it. But now it has taken quite a while, and this is now just in the last 10 years being researched and understood, where before they thought it was a problem with intelligence, where the person with dyslexia could not understand or comprehend what they were reading, and they were only able to understand a little bit of information, and they thought that it was a intelligence disorder or a problem that a person could not learn. And it's not the fact that a person with dyslexia cannot learn, because people with dyslexia are very highly intelligent. There are many famous people, such as Albert Einstein, who had dyslexia, and when he was in school at the time, he did not concentrate well. He did not even understand math very well, but he had dyslexia, and there are certain techniques and certain ways that we can move around dyslexia so that a person could understand what they are reading and comprehending. There's different tips and different tricks now that we know today to help a person understand and comprehend and retain the information that has that they are learning and they have learned. Well, I thank you, and I hope this has shed a little more light on dyslexia and how it affects the brain and what areas of the brain have been affected. Thank you. Bye.